Welcome back. We are the Couch Company. My name's John, and with me, as always, my trusted partner in crime. Not really crime. Are we doing something illegal?
I cannot say.
All right. Tyler, welcome.
Hello, John.
Hello, Tyler.
Thanks for
and how are you doing this?
shining a giant spotlight on our illicit activities.
I mean, it should be illegal being this good. Ooh, like that.
All right.
That was pretty nice.
I burned my lip on this coffee.
I feel...
We have a warmer
pain.
on the coffee, and every time I get a refill, it's just like
I hate that. There's like a perfect temperature that you can get your liquid at where it's like nice and warm, but not too hot. But I do find like if my hot chocolate's too, like if it's that perfect temp, I'll finish it so quick because I'm not burning myself. So maybe it has to be a little bit hotter so
just to make you kind of sip it.
Yeah, makes it last a little longer. But I hate when it's piping hot. Then you're like, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's way too hot.
It's New Year's Eve.
It is New Year's Eve, and I hope you and everyone listening had a Merry Christmas or any other holiday that takes place during this time. I think Hanukkah already happened, but
yes,
I don't know anything about the world, so maybe not.
We probably should have said that to when we were talking about Israel last episode.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Just so many missed opportunities.
Yeah, that's okay.
I said I wanted to visit. That was a nice thing to say, I guess.
Sure.
And hello to our German friends. I feel obligated to shout them out now because it's 4% of the audience.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do Christmas over there. I think so.
Yeah, it's probably not called Christmas, though.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know. I don't know anything.
We don't know anything. Yeah,
we're very uncultured.
Yeah.
But
dude, I don't even know anything about this country.
About this country?
Yeah, I
know some things.
I know, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know anything either. It's more fun that way.
Sure.
And you can speculate and be completely wrong about everything.
So we were actually talking about this the other night. Mike and not to keep bringing Mike out, but Mike and Miranda finished Arcane. Thank you.
They liked it?
My brain is not working. They did like it. Yeah, he said that he thought like the animation and everything was really, really cool. But they were talking, and he was saying that Miranda got a lot more out of it because she didn't know how all the different characters were going to turn into, and kind of along the same lines that I did.
Right.
So he was like, it was good. Like, that still has 100 on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It is.
I think it's
fantastic.
Amazing. Is it 100?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
it was
not.
Very hyped.
Yeah. Maybe it's
is it overrated though? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's very good.
I think at a certain point, like anything above like a 95, you're just in.
Dude, you literally
like you're set.
Put it above Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So you're approaching 100 territory because I think Into the Spider-Verse is up there too.
I think it is. I think it's very good.
So I'm very excited about the second one. By the way, I want to rewatch the first one. Because I saw the trailer for the second one. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I love Gwen. What's her name? Gwen
Stacy.
Stacy.
Yeah. Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
That's not what they call her.
Yeah.
They call her Spider-Gwen.
The
audience.
Nerddom.
The nerd She's
fans.
Cool, man. I want to kind of learn more about her. There's a lot of different Spider-Men.
I mean, she's dead. So.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Technically.
Does she know that?
Well, she's Gwen Stacy.
What are you referencing?
Gwen's from. So, did you ever see The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
No.
Okay, well, they pull it from the comics, but she's like falling, and Spider-Man flips.
But she's not Spider-Girl.
Yeah.
Is she in the
Yeah,
movie
just
too?
from a different dimension. That's how they got.
No, I understand that, and
that.
I understand.
Okay.
But in the Amazing Spider-Man, she's not Spider-Girl.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
She died before she could become Gwen.
So I guess in her world, Peter Parker dies. Probably, right?
Yeah. Is that what they say in the Spider-Verse?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I remember Into the Spider-Verse, the Peter Parker like turns into
off
a
to
loser.
A great start knowing everything about everything.
Well, I was like rewatching that one scene, and he's like, "I'm Peter Parker."
See,
I'm Spider-Man.
We gave the information desk some time off last week.
The information desk.
Yeah, like our fact checkers,
research
right?
Department.
Because it was Christmas Eve. We're like, all right, we're not Scrooges,
I could be Scrooge.
Yeah,
Scrooge McDuck though.
Yeah, that's
fuck
fair.
Yeah. If I had a whole swimming pool full of gold coins, I'd dive into that shit too.
Yeah, you'd break your neck.
Yeah, you remember the one Family Guy where Peter dies and it just breaks everything, and he's like, "It's not a liquid."
Yeah,
yeah.
But anyway, this guy, we give him the time off.
Yeah,
and he goes and gets engaged. So that's congratulations,
Calvin,
for that. That's not what we were like. Your time, you still have to research stuff for us.
True.
Like that's the whole thing. But just wanted to call that out.
Very exciting on that note as well. Our cable came in, and so
cable. Oh, yeah.
The Marvel villain.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought you were talking about like the TV show. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
right now.
our like, literal cable,
podcast cable,
little podcast cable came in, which means for season 2, which is coming up next year, next episode, season 2, we will have the ability to take calls.
Yes.
So we're gonna get our heads together, figure out what that means. We always talked about having guests, which we definitely will. But we could even just have people call in for questions too. So very exciting times.
The cool thing with this, and like the only issue we're going to run into is there's slight delay, right? So like if you're on the phone, you're normally talking and it's fine.
Yeah.
I think technically we can take like Discord calls too.
Maybe it's a little better with that. We'll have to experiment a little bit. We did test it out before we started recording, and there's just slight delay when you're calling in on the phone, but. Yeah, that might be tough, especially if you're like not used to that. You start talking over people, but it's all a learning experience. It's a learning curve. That'll be on us. Like we'll have to be like good at gauging that. But very exciting times. Season 2. This is the last episode.
I know
of season 1, Tyler.
So we went through.
Get excited.
What is it? 33 episodes.
Wow,
it's a lot.
1/3 to 100.
Weeks. Yeah,
almost.
Oh yeah, almost. It's about as close as you can possibly get.
Literally.
Yeah.
Without doing a decimal.
So you say literally.
I love just randomly removing letters.
Literally?
Literally.
How do I say it? I say literally if I'm trying to emphasize it.
That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Literally.
Such a weird introduction we got going on here. All right, so...
When is it not a weird introduction for us?
I thought I would have all this time, right? Like, it's been a week, and it's one of these things... You're just nodding. Yeah. So... I had this time. It's been a week. I'm like, all right, I'm going to put a serious dent in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
And Atomic. So let me tell you about a game called Atomic Crops.
Okay.
From Game Pass.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I don't know if anyone's played it yet. It's an indie title, and the whole premise is you are a farmer.
Right.
The apocalypse has happened.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to grow
crops.
Food.
Yeah.
And it's like this weird loop. It's like a bullet hell shooter with a farming sim roguelite kind of just like baked into it.
Of course.
And it's this thing where it's like, okay, I played it and I was like, I got the loop. It's fine.
Right.
And they've updated it 2 times since I started playing it.
Okay.
Completely game changing things. Like they changed the entire rule structure, a lot of stuff. Like it's really cool.
Okay.
But it's like, I can't stop playing this freaking game. Like, I have Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
One of the best stories, and like, I need to finish that. I understand this.
Of course.
But in the back of my mind, it's like, I can just play this dumb loop of this Atomic Crops game where I'm planting stuff, and it's like a strategy of like, well, if I plant 4 potatoes together, they morph into one big mutant potato. You're trying to do all these little achievements and stuff, and that's during the day. And then at nighttime, moles and bunny rabbits start popping out of the ground because they're trying to eat your crops. So you have to like literally burn them with a flamethrower.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it gets a little dark, but all this stuff, and I'm just like, it's so much fun. And the whole
so extra.
And every time I think I finish it, something else keeps unlocking. So
it's
that gives you like these little like increases in like, oh well, now your little beets grow 5% faster or whatever. And the higher up you get, the more crops you get and the more like power ups you get that make the game act in like weird ways, which is really fun.
Right.
But then I found like the end game, you basically like if you hit a certain like point threshold, you get what like it's like their currency called cornucopias.
Okay.
And if you get so many cornucopias, you can buy cats.
Okay.
It's bizarre, man.
Sure.
And so every 2 cornucopias, you get 1 gray cat.
Okay.
And you can upgrade the number of cats. So I have like 150 gray cats running around, right?
Oh my God.
But then what you can do is you can take 3 of those gray cats and morph them into a higher tiered cat. And there's like 5 different tiers. So
oh my God. You were lost.
I am lost. Yeah. Like I was lost in the universe, and I was like, that's
what
too
happens
scary.
when you get the gold cat?
Let me do. I'm not even close to. I'm only on like tier 3 right now.
I see.
Because you got to think it's like, okay, 3 tier 1 cats equals a tier 2 cat.
Yeah.
3 tier 2 cats equals, and it's like this exponential increase.
Yeah, that sounds cool. So I'm assuming you like the art style then.
I don't like the art style.
Oh my god!
So it's very
That's shocking because it's like usually you're very like visual aesthetic person.
Yeah, it's
like
all
we were talking about
the
Arcane,
gameplay.
and it was like the art style sold me.
You could take any art style and overlay it as long as the gameplay is that good. I enjoy the gameplay a lot. I enjoy the strategy.
I can never figure you out.
I know. I'm very hypocritical.
Enigma, as they call it. But yeah, I felt like you were very high on art style. But I guess like it's such a weird balance. Like if something's so good, obviously it can cover up other
art style
kind of flaws, right?
The art style is good. I'm not dissing the art style,
right.
but it's
not
like
a fan of it.
Yeah, like I don't like the.
But you're very picky, not picky, but you're very particular a little bit about
pixel art is hit or miss with me.
Right.
It's very well done. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, if you like that style, it's there.
Right.
But I would much rather have just like a cell shaded thing because it's the same thing with like this like was it Bullets crap, I can't even think of it. It's like some bullet game or Into the Gungeon.
Oh yeah.
So like there's that. Yeah. There's like a bunch of, it's like that style of like bullet hell and pixelated stuff.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's just if it wasn't for the farming aspect, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, you like the whole strategy and getting more and more. Well,
it's very
it's classic
hectic.
Tyler.
Well, that's the thing is like, it's hectic. Where in the beginning, it's just like, how can you possibly plan your farms and because there's like a strategy of like you have to make sure certain crops are together because these guys get watered more, but you have to do this all while you're getting shot at. So it's like it's tough to kind of split your brain and do all that stuff. Yeah. But eventually it just becomes natural and it's really, really cool.
I mean, those are like the best games where you can feel yourself getting better.
Yeah. Right? Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've beaten it well over a dozen times.
Yeah.
But so every time you beat it at the given year,
find a little
everything gets
that's the beauty about
harder
roguelikes too.
Then,
like Hades is very great at that because like it's difficult, but it's very pattern based, so like you start figuring things out. Like I remember I fought the Bone Hydra the first time and got fucking annihilated. I'm like, dude, I'm never gonna beat this. Now it's so easy.
Yep.
Just brush past them. You know what I mean? So it's like I love that. Like it's very intuitive where you can get better, you strategize, you start picking up on small nuances, right?
I got to the point.
Sorry, no, I was gonna say, and it's really cool. Like once you start beating Hades over and over, and then it starts changing the bosses up. So the first time you see like the purple Hydra, and he's got a little bit of a different gimmick and stuff. You're like, whoa, okay. So it keeps you on your toes too.
And then,
I really like
that. Like they call it out. It's just it's
you look a little different. Yeah.
It's pretty. It's good. But I mean, I know we were talking about maybe season 2. We start going through like almost like a book club Game Pass play along thing.
Yeah.
Atomic Crops is very good.
Yeah, I did tell you I was going to try it out. I didn't get a chance to. It being the holiday season and everything, everyone's like in town, so I was very busy. But I am. I definitely want to start doing that. I think that's really cool. Maybe like shed some light on a lot of games. A lot of people wouldn't normally check out.
I think it'd be fun too because it's just like you start at A and you just go to Z.
Yeah, just try it out, and you just have kind of say your piece about each one. We don't have to spend a ton of time on each one.
No, I think it'd be fun.
I will say, so I have been playing Final Fantasy, which is a fantastic game. That game has like some of the best lighting I've seen.
I will always lighting is the thing, bar none.
Yeah, I
don't care like textures, anything else. Like obviously that stuff helps.
Of course.
Lighting is primary. If you nail that and you get it right.
Yeah.
You're
well,
set.
I was showing Tyler so GTA 5 has been modded to fucking hell and back like nowadays, and they have these realistic mods, realistic graphic mods, and primarily it's like lighting, but it looks fantastic. Like that game looks so good, and I was like showing you those mods, and it's so awesome.
Well, like when you look at like Cloud's hair and stuff, and you have like the light, and it's like this translucent on the tips, and then it gets darker and stuff. Like it's not like it's just that effect.
You're right.
Is just like it's so much better. Then you look at like other games that don't do that, and it's just like solid hair because the hair is just like
hair's very tough. Hair's very tough. I will say
Horizon does it a little bit.
I thought the hair in Horizon was very good.
Yep,
because you can turn on actually Horizon just got DLSS.
I know
support. I actually kind of want to re-download it, like
try it out.
Oh yeah, because you can just upscale it. Oh man, that's gonna look pretty.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, Horizon had really great hair. But yeah, Final Fantasy like runs. Well, actually, we were talking about this. doesn't run well, like apparently.
Yeah.
So Digital Foundry
it
finally
fine,
came out with their video on it, and they were like, "This is dog shit." Although, did you watch that yet?
Yes.
So yeah, if you run it through DirectX 11,
Yeah. Who knew?
fix the problems. Like that's so strange to me.
Yeah, but anytime you have to go into the command line and type stuff in,
Yeah.
which you had to do with Cyberpunk, and
It's
you
a
had to
broken
do it
game.
with Arkham Knight, and like that is a perfect telltale of like, oh, this is busted.
It's
like,
lazy.
Outriders was the last one I had to do it too. Like it's if DirectX
No excuse.
12 is that bad,
Yeah.
like that's what Windows 11 is, like the foundation. Like it's
Dude, people hated Windows 11.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
I mean, it's just like, what an oversight. It's so weird, too, because Final Fantasy 15 was highly touted as like a really awesome PC
Final
port.
Fantasy 15 was awesome.
Now, I don't know the origins of it, because I thought that like on release it wasn't great, but they did fix it. But I don't know
I
if
don't even
that's
know if
true
it
or
was
not.
necessarily great. Like I think it was good.
Yeah.
I think the thing is they kept pushing it back, and that was the drama behind
I
it. It's
see.
been
Okay.
a while, so
Okay. I don't remember like the origins of that, but yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Like I would have thought they would have maybe they were trying to push it out.
Like I haven't had the stutter like as bad of a stuttering.
Me neither.
As,
Yeah, that's
as what
what's
they were
surprising.
saying.
They were like really, and like you can see their video, like check out their video about it.
There
the
is
data's all
something-
there, right?
Like there's something to be said for launching a game and getting right into it.
Sure, but that's not why you buy a PC.
Yeah, that's
Like at the end of the day, you want all the knobs, all the bells and whistles. You
Yep.
want to customize.
You want to know that your
It feels
$5,000
good.
machine is
It feels good turning everything on extreme
and just nothing. Yeah, it's just
eats
still
it. Yeah.
breeze through it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I don't know. It runs good for me. I get it 120, like pretty locked. I do notice the stuttering a little bit. I just think the game looks so good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the PS5 version is probably the best as of right now. I really hope they go back and like kind of add to it a little bit. But anyways, I was going to say, so I've been playing that, and I'm very weird about this where it's like, so I can only play one single player game at a time. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, I got my new steering wheel, came in, super excited to play Forza, but I have to beat Final Fantasy before it.
Do you think Forza is a single player game though?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it is.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably check out the online, but
Dude, I uninstalled Battlefield to get space.
Yeah.
And I kept Forza on just because I'm like, I'll play with you.
yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
You should get a
And it's on
steering
Game Pass. Dude, I'm
Pass is the best.
all into the whole like so what I do is I will put all my game launchers like at the top.
Yeah.
And then I have all the games installed under each one,
Right.
like going down, so I
Right.
can keep track of exactly what's on my computer and where.
wheel. Right.
And it's literally just all Game Pass, maybe like 2 things from Steam,
Right.
and like just Final Fantasy from Epic. It's crazy.
I want to complain about Game Pass for a second, though.
All right, hit me.
So sorry to our sponsors, Microsoft. One day, dude,
Sorry,
squeaky wheel
Phil.
gets the oil.
Yeah.
We keep mentioning it. They'll be like, all right, let's throw him a bone.
Okay.
Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So actually, there's 2 things. Anyways, all right. So first of all, I was upset with Game Pass because Game Pass hides the application in your folders.
Yeah.
Which is fucking bullshit. So I have an Alienware, which means I have an Alienware Command Center, which is an awesome application.
Yeah.
You can launch your games from the Command Center, and then you can set your like whatever on there.
Interesting.
Kinda
See,
like-
I didn't like it
kinda like
whenever I had it on
GeForce.
my laptop, but they might have. I'm sure they upgraded it since I.
Yeah,
used
I
it.
think it's really good. Like you have all your temps on there. You can set personalized settings for each game. So
Right.
like League, I don't maybe need my fan speed at a higher volume because it's not, you know what I mean? So like if it's a high demanding game, you can like set things. So I really like it for that. But I can't fucking do that on Game Pass because it hides the application. So what Command Center does, Alien Command Center, it reads your C drive.
Yeah.
And it finds the games on there. But since Xbox is hidden, all
Yeah.
my Game Pass games, I can't set the stats on there. And I try to do it manually, but I can't fucking find it. And like there's just like this whole thing you have to do to find the Xbox application. It's such bullshit. I hate that.
So they have that. The fact that most of them can't be, well, they can be, but most of the Xbox applications are not actually run in full screen mode.
Yep.
Which then throws G4,
Throws
G-Sync
GeForce,
out.
Yep, or G-Sync. Yep.
And then I ran into a thing with the not to bring it back to Atomic
Craps.
but I was trying to stream it.
Yeah.
And the software I use, because I use the Wavelength from Elgato,
Right.
I just get 0 sound because
Oh, wow.
it can't
Weird.
find, and it doesn't happen with Halo
Right.
or Sea of Thieves or any other Xbox application. It's
Yeah.
just that game. I cannot get it to work without doing like
yeah.
basically like getting rid of the wavelength and
yeah. So
everything.
like I don't know. I like the Xbox app. It's like set up pretty nicely. Actually, the Epic Game Store it looks very nice. I had problems.
They all
with
do.
it,
like honestly, Steam looks the worst and it performs the worst.
It looks the worst, but it has the most like settings
bells and whistles. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, absolutely.
Like
it's
Steam,
like more. It's established.
Sure,
you can do the most on Steam, but yeah, the Xbox app looks good. I actually had problems with the Epic Store, but that's because everyone was trying to buy Final Fantasy
at the same time.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking like I was like sending you messages. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, you were sending me all this, and I like open it up, hit buy, just check out. I'm done.
I don't know why I was having.
See,
yeah,
I
whatever.
think that the Epic Store has been recording us the whole time. So like when you and Nate were just like crapping all over it.
Yeah,
and I was just like, no, it's okay.
Like,
it's good.
like,
It's fine. Dude, I have like over 100 games that I got for free because every Thursday, well, technically every day right now, they keep coming out with them. But like every Thursday, they just give you a free game.
That's awesome too.
Yeah,
that's great.
And like they're decent games.
They're decent
like
games.
Loop Hero was a couple days ago. Yesterday was that mutant game where you're like a duck or a pig or whatever.
Yeah,
it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to try out Atomic Crops.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun. But yeah, season 2, I think that'll be a good idea. Maybe not every episode, but maybe every
it's like a
every
other
little
check-in or whatever.
Check-in. Maybe once a month, actually. Seems good.
Even if it's us, like maybe we build up like a backlog.
Yeah, like a little
personally,
backlog.
my goal like in the new year is I want to go through not like necessarily have to beat it, which I know is going to drive you nuts.
Yeah.
But I want to.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be like a growing experience for me. Like, hey, John, you don't have to finish games. But I love it. Like,
but
I don't know. It's because to me, it's always like.
Well, like Atomic Crops, you're never going to finish
Yeah, no.
it,
I mean, I didn't finish
so
Hades either.
Right.
Like, I beat him a couple times. And I was like, okay, I kind of.
Right.
Like,
but,
I guess Hades is tough, though.
But I want to go through at least one game a week. That's 52 games. I feel like that's a
one game a week. Yeah. I mean, I think you're going to find that to be harder than maybe.
100%. But my thing is like you have a week, you play through it, and I think if you take all the guessing stuff out, right? Like, we'll obviously put Halo Infinite in there, like whenever we're playing multiplayer and stuff.
Forza. Have you played the new one or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Like I think we only played it like once or twice.
Okay, sure.
But my whole thing is like if I take all the guessing out, and it's just like, all right, if I'm playing on my own time,
right, I
am only quote unquote allowed to play this game to really give it a shot, because I feel like the more that I put into it, because like Atomic Crops, I downloaded the demo originally, bounced right off it, and then for whatever reason I was like, all right, I'm just going to force myself to play it today, and I'm going to play it all day, and this is what I'm going to do. Right. And now I'm just like absolutely hooked, because so how many games did I bounce off of that I need to come back to actually like get through it? I think that's going to be great. Like, I can't wait for you to play Ori. Like that's a great one.
I do need to play the one. I don't think that's like really my type of game, but I mean, obviously, when you have something that's executed at such a high level, it doesn't even matter. Like it transcends the, that's like Hades. I hate to keep coming back to Hades, but it's such a good example of like I should hate this genre. Like, on paper,
you're not a big roguelite guy.
On paper, well, I didn't even know what it fucking was until, but on paper, it'd be like, oh, what's the point of this? You know me, I'm like narrative driven, like story first.
And see, I'm absolutely, the more I think about it, the more I'm less and less interested in like a single play. And like, granted, I'll play the God of War and Horizon, and Final Fantasy and stuff. But like, I'm very big on the, hey, I can pick this up for 15 minutes, put it down. But then the ironic thing is, like, for those type of games, I'll play it for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah, that is it's kind of
bizarre. Like,
ironic.
I like fixate on it, but I like these like small chunks.
Yeah,
it's the same reason why I like TV over movies. Where like a TV show,
I think you don't like feeling trapped where you need to have a long play
exactly.
session.
I like being able to detach whenever
like you will have a long play session, but you don't have to.
It's stupid.
No, that makes perfect sense to me. But I am completely the opposite. I want a long play session. I want to be able to like, dude, Final Fantasy is great. Like, I want to get lost in the world. Yep. I want to be in Horizon. I want to be present.
Well, I keep looking at Red Dead, and I'm like, I'm gonna pick up Red Dead.
I should
play that
Red
straight
Dead,
for a week. Solid.
That's like my game, right? Like theoretically, like beautiful, great story.
But the thought of me losing a week to Red Dead feels bad. But
like you're a prisoner.
I lost a week to Atomic Crops.
No, I know, but it's all the mindset, dude. It's all like you feel trapped. Like I don't have a choice.
You're right.
With Atomic Crops, theoretically you can leave like
I could quit.
just I can
whatever
quit
I
when I
want.
want. But just knowing the fact that you can there's got to be like a not a condition, like there's nothing wrong with you, but there's got to be like a thing.
I mean, it's the same thing with like Diablo, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You just do a run and you can always stop.
That's
like,
how I kind of feel with
one more
League,
run.
but that's like the worst example because every game's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, League's a long
League,
time.
but for me, it's always like it's such a comfort thing.
Yeah.
Like I can pick it up.
Ooh,
I know this.
I need to check that Ruined King and see if it's on sale because Steam sale's
Oh
going on
yeah,
right now.
yeah, dude. I have not checked the Steam sale. That's a great point. We should do that. And so last sale actually, probably the summer one. Wow, that was a long time ago. Tyler kind of made a list for me, and I still need to get through some of those games. But maybe if anything points out to you, you can. Send it my way as
I have
well.
a couple multiplayer ones I think would be pretty good, like just fun like co-op things to go through.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
And so I know you did talk about the Game Pass in the new year, like trying to play a game every week. I think that's great. Mm-hmm. And it sounds to me like a little bit of a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I struggle with those. Where I'm just like, but I needed to hit a reset like on my time off where I'm just like, all right, I need to like detach from work and like just kind of hit the reset. Because like I'm getting married in 4 months. That's crazy to think,
it is crazy.
right? But like there's a lot that I need to get done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot I need to get done and it's just all part of it. It's just like trying to reset it as much as I possibly can. So like, like eat better, exercise, like all the normal New Year's resolution stuff.
Normal ones.
But now it's like I actually have a deadline and I have to like get my ass in gear within 4 months.
For sure.
So like that's going to be the most challenging.
We'll have to cut back on the Thornhill every Friday.
Well, like we were talking, I think if that's the only thing, that's fine. We need to cut back. Like I need to cut back on the BOGO pizza Thursdays.
That's such a good deal, though.
It's so good. Well, yesterday was a perfect example. Like I got 2 pizza boxes over there. Yeah. Now, granted, the nice thing is I actually didn't finish those, so we have a ton of pizza in the fridge.
Nice.
But the thing is, like,
that's more what you have to do. At the end of the day, right?
Yeah, but
just don't eat it all in one sitting.
It's very tough, especially when I don't eat all day because I was playing at comma crops.
And then looking at all these wonderful crops you're making.
Yeah, well,
all these mutant potatoes.
Yeah, I was gonna say they all have eyes and mouths and stuff. It's bizarre.
Yeah, yikes.
Yeah. Anyway, but you have any New Year's resolutions on your end?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it. Like right now, nothing really comes to mind. I was wondering if maybe there was I mean, we do have a couple for like the the podcast itself. Like we want to have guests on, and we have a very good start with that. We got the cable in, right?
Right.
We want to do our Game Pass book club, which I think will be great.
We got to come up with a better name for that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
book club is just a weird thing to.
It is.
Yeah,
but we got time. It's not the new year yet.
Yeah, we have 24 hours.
We have 24 hours to think of a name. Yeah, so I don't know what else I'd want to do in the new year, but I think those are 2 good goals to have.
Yeah,
and that's a good start. And then personally, I don't know what I want. I was trying to think about like my setup. Like I have a really nice monitor. I have a really great computer, which is great. And I think the next thing I want is a keyboard.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Now, do I want to make one? Maybe. Would you make me a keyboard?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I would want it to be like custom, but I don't know what color scheme. So I actually was like looking at this keyboard, and I mean, you wouldn't know what this is from, but there's this anime. I think Calvin sent me this actually, where it was Evangelion, which doesn't mean anything to you, but the one mech in that show has like a very distinct color scheme. Mm-hmm. And it's really cool. So that they had like that style, and I'm like trying to think like what style would
if I just
want?
Threw the name of that mech out there, how like off guard would it have taken you?
What do you mean?
If you're like, oh, the one mech in there, and I just like start rattling off like names or something, like I knew what I like. If I proved that I knew what you're talking about.
Gundam,
I have no idea
Gundam.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
Mobile Suit Gundam. Is that what you're talking about? I'd be like, what the fuck, Tyler?
Oh yeah, Optimus Prime.
That was it. Well, okay. Yikes. Transformer.
So
I don't think a Transformer is a mech.
The only thing. The color scheme and everything doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
Like all you have to worry about is what color a base do you want. Right, so do you want white, black, or do you want some off color?
Yeah.
And then you need to know what type of switches you want. Do you want clicky, tactile, or linear? Which we can easily find out.
Yeah, I need to try.
Yeah.
But
and then what kind of plate you want. So do you want to be hitting plastic, aluminum, or brass?
I'd have to try that too because I have no idea like what the difference is.
I have all that stuff. You can.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I totally want to do that because I think that'll be cool. But I'm trying to think like the scheme I want because it'd be interesting. Like, what am I into? And then I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Well, that's the thing is like, are you? Because whatever you get now, you're going to be in my shoes. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Like, you're going to get to my shoes where it's like, I got all the lights, the LEDs, like, like all the RGB stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's like I don't want any of. I want it to be like clean and minimal, and I try like I don't know.
Yeah, I like minimal too.
My taste change constantly.
Yeah,
so.
I like minimal too, but I mean, so I can change like the lights on my computer too, so I can like match it, which would be cool. I kind of like just want everything to match.
You guys,
so I think it's going to be.
I think on the size too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be keyboard and then headphones.
Yeah,
like the SteelSeries ones that I have now that you gave me are still very good, but they're kind of falling apart a little bit.
Headphones are easy to come by. I have a million pairs of headphones that I can.
No, but I would go I'd go hard on it.
Yeah, but then you don't want. So like that's the thing is like you don't want a gaming headset. Like you want a pair of good headphones, and then you would have to get a microphone, like an external mic. Because the moment you attach a microphone, unless you get like a mod mic or something.
I see.
The moment you have a headphone,
so you're saying
with a mic attached,
yeah,
you start lowering the quality of one or the other.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm not saying like
but like I think I would want a gaming headphone because like the external would be great for streaming, but not for playing with your friends. Like that would be so annoying to me.
It could be,
yeah.
But because
I remember Nate went through that phase,
yeah,
and like you could hear everything that was going on. Like his dog started.
Well, let me ask you this: can you hear everything that's going on in my room?
No, but you don't have dogs, and you don't.
Well, fair enough, but I mean, you
a lot of people in your house.
The Wave 3, not to plug Elgato, but the Wave mic or Wave 3 or whatever mic is phenomenal.
Okay,
it has fantastic software with it. It's easily the best external mic I've ever used, aside from obviously the ones we're recording in now.
Yeah, right.
So there's that, or you get the PC38X,
right,
which has the microphone built in. The only downside is the microphone is low power. So I know you were struggling with being too quiet.
Yeah, the SteelSeries one was really strange.
Yeah, so that would be the only.
And
other
the software
thing
for that was like terrible. So
yeah,
I don't know. I was actually looking at ratings.com.
Yep,
one site you use.
Yeah,
and
PC38X, man.
Is that it?
It is.
Well, do they have a mic section? They probably like have just.
Oh, it's headset.
Oh,
they have the microphone built into
called?
the review. PC38. It's Sennheiser.
Is it wired or
it's wired?
wireless?
Yeah, it's wired.
Do you want the
wired
or? I thought the best wireless one was like an Astros.
Yeah, the best wireless one was like an Astro Pro.
Yeah,
Arctic
Winter Ops Call of Duty special.
That's what Harbin uses, and he likes it a lot.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I like the wireless. The thing is, once wireless starts, like the freedom is very nice.
Yeah,
but if you're sitting at your desk anyway. And like
but like the wired ones, like when you get the nice ones, you have to have like a box, and it gets kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have a lot of room on my desk, so I gotta be.
You just get like
careful.
an under, like a hook. You can just like
hide it. Yeah, that's true. But
I got you covered. Whenever you're ready to pull the trigger on that stuff, you let me know, and I will go down. that hole.
So I think that's like the next kind of upgrades that I'm looking at right now. I think keyboard next because I kind of hate my keyboard. It's like a Razer, and it's like very clacky. Yeah, and I'm like, I actually don't like this very much.
So you don't want like clicky stuff, and I'm sure this is.
It's just so loud.
Yeah,
and it's very like mechanical.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just want to see what else is out there. Like, sure. I don't know what I don't know. Yeah. So I just want to try.
The thing is, like, a lot of what's loud about it, and you don't realize it, is all the rattling and all the stabilizers are just terrible. Like, you can go in, you can, like,
I'm sure, like, that keyboard,
everything, like, lube them all up.
Also, I want, like, a small one, dude.
Yeah.
I hate the full size now. I'm like, dude, I don't use this like, I never use it.
You want a 65%.
Exactly.
60 or 65. 65, I think, is better because you get the arrow keys, and then you get, like, all the delete and page up, page down stuff. But
yeah, 65. I hate 100%, dude. Fuck that. I'm never going back. All I need is like 4 keys, dude, for League. Honestly, I just need like
the thing is, if you ever need
a 15%.
If you need a number pad, you can get a Bluetooth number pad for like $30 off Amazon. Just use that when you need it.
I would want just a keyboard. 65 sounds nice. Like that sounds like beautiful. Free up some space on my desk, and it sounds so good,
buddy. The moment you want it, you let me know.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. So
what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Questions. We got a bunch of questions.
Why don't you hit me with a question?
Hit you. Okay.
Yeah, hit me over the head with a question.
I can give you 3 questions actually. So
At
I have
once.
my nephews and my niece all sent questions.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, I'm doing a podcast, and it's all question week, so they wanted to join in. And by joining, I mean like I asked them like, hey, just send a question. I want to see what kids are asking nowadays.
Hopefully they don't listen because I
told them like it'll be it'll be like when you're 18, we'll give you the link from a decade from PG. Now, whenever anyway.
Mom.
So the first question was, can you play Minecraft with me?
That is a question.
So I will. Yeah, they're gonna get
Minecraft is on Game Pass now.
It is.
It's been on Game Pass for a while, I'm sure. But
to be fair, I owe my niece a Minecraft session.
That's fine. I actually think we would have fun in Minecraft, but I don't want to pull the trigger because I feel like we'll get lost and we'll never do anything ever again.
For Minecraft?
Yeah. Because we're going to want to build like a big
But this is
town
the beauty of it where
something.
you do it for a week and that's it.
Yeah, but what if we get addicted?
Well, then
that's
a beauty, right?
I want to turn into a Minecraft podcast. That's the problem.
Honestly, that'd probably be like it's just boost ratings.
Yeah, probably.
Become Minecraft.
Minecraft's great,
dude. My niece knows more about Minecraft than I'll ever hope to know. She is,
dude. Is she a redstone engineer?
She does all of it, like all of it.
Dude, they can do crazy things. Yeah. Like they can play. You can play videos.
Somebody literally made like a farm that just is built where you tap like a button and it like floods your farmland.
Dude, somebody
all the
made
crops.
like a video in the game
with,
using binary with redstone or whatever.
A working calculator, like all that stuff. Yeah.
Like,
yep.
What?
Yep.
What? That's fucking crazy.
So here, my littlest nephew, Lincoln.
Youngest. Or smallest. What do you mean? Is littlest a word?
Littlest?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
So this is actually a week after Christmas.
Oh, so the answer to the first one's yes, right?
Yes, I will absolutely.
I'm not going to commit to that. But,
a follow-up question from Emma was, who invented Minecraft?
I don't know.
Well, the guy that invented it got bought out by Microsoft.
I wanted to say Microsoft, but it wasn't Microsoft.
The name
initially.
will come to me. He got like a ton of money.
Yeah, dude, it's Minecraft.
Yeah,
that's crazy,
like
dude. I remember downloading the beta on my computer, dude. Like when it first came out.
The beta.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
And I was like, man, this is so cool. But it was it was back when it was like just survival mode or whatever. Like you just spawn into a world and you're like trying to survive.
But whenever it was like whatchamacallit, like it was survival mode, but then they like half the stuff wasn't even in it. So like
like no towns, no anything like that. It was literally like you're in the wilderness.
It was just all Java. Yeah.
Like spiders come out at night and the skeletons and stuff. And then during the day you just kind of survive.
Right.
Yeah. It was like crazy. And I'm pretty sure you didn't even have to like eat or anything.
I think well, when I played it, you had
for health,
yeah,
but that's it.
That's it.
Now I think it's like you have hunger bar.
I don't know.
In survival mode, I don't know.
We only play creator
mode. Yeah, that's a Tyler special.
Well, I mean, that was look. Emma's the driver. I'm just a passenger. Whenever.
Yeah, but that's what you would like, anyways, right?
Yeah,
you like having that freedom. And
I like. Honestly, I like both. It just depends on my mood. Like if I'm going in to be like, oh, let me just build something, but I do like the idea of having to go and mine stuff. Like it's that
I like
methodical
the process,
thing. Yeah.
The process, absolutely.
But just to answer so Marcus Person, I had to look up his actual name.
Okay.
It's Notch. Notch was the one that made it. But
gotcha.
So there's that question. Lincoln asked, why does Santa come and deliver presents?
So he wants to.
Well, considering that he's going to listen
Christmas
to this,
season.
A decade later.
Yeah.
I assume that he knows that
Uh-oh.
Santa is obviously like bribed by parents to come because parents don't have the time to go and.
Yeah, it's a corporate thing.
Yeah.
Where the UN decides that, since Santa Claus unlocked speed travel, he can travel like.
He's the only thing that can get out of a black hole.
Yes, faster than the speed of light. Because of Rudolph.
Yeah.
Once that discovery was made, the UN was like, okay, well, you're just going to give presents to the world.
The famous moose callback.
Moose.
All right, and then Noah, my oldest nephew. my biggest
Dude, we're
nephew.
so stupid.
What?
We should have did top 5 Christmas movies last week.
Yeah,
You don't like Christmas movies?
not really.
You don't like anything.
No,
All right,
because
keep
I
going.
don't want to have that stupid like, oh, is Die Hard a Christmas
It is.
movie? Yeah, sure. Okay.
No, it is.
Yeah, it's set in Christmas.
No,
it's not
it
a Christmas.
is.
It's not a Christmas.
Yes,
movie.
it is.
No, it's not.
There's so many references to Christmas throughout the movie.
Sure. When people say Christmas movie, it's
No.
about like anyway. See, this is why we don't want to do it.
Nope.
All right.
It's a Christmas movie.
Next
and
year.
it's the best
Next
one.
year we'll do it. Okay.
It's a Christmas movie and it's the best one. Put a poll up on Twitter. I will win. Cheeseburger.
Is okay. What's the poll?
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes, no.
Okay.
Yes?
All right.
Cheeseburger? Put it on Twitter. I'm going to bury you.
Just Twitter?
Whatever you want.
You could do Twitter and Instagram. I can get Chelsea to get Instagram on.
Sure.
All right. We'll see.
Combine the two.
We'll see.
Cows are cuter than the bats. Confirmed. I did technically win that one, didn't I? If we combine both, or did we tie?
You did win, technically, if we combine both, which we did not agree to. So Noah asks, how are babies made?
Jesus Christ.
Just to crack himself up. So I guess my nephew knows about that now.
All right, good.
Congratulations, Noah. But then asked, why do you think Batman is better than Spider-Man? He just went and saw the latest Spider-Man movie, so Spider-Man's on
I see.
Yeah.
I don't know if Batman's inherently better than Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man's really cool.
Spider-Man. So when you say better, this gets into
This gets into
is he cooler? Is he stronger?
No, so Batman's cooler than Spider-Man, although I will say it's not by a wide margin. Spider-Man's very cool, but I feel like Spider-Man is so much more relatable to people than Batman ever will be.
Spider-Man's more relatable. Spider-Man, I would argue, has a higher IQ than Batman, right?
No.
You don't think?
Are you out of your mind?
Spider-Man's a genius.
It's Batman, dude.
No, Batman's strategic. There's a difference.
Whoa.
There's a difference.
Well, no, that's still intelligence.
Spider-Man. No. Intelligence, sure. But what I'm saying is, like, Spider-Man is very, very smart. I think Spider-Man.
Is he more
I think Spider-Man is smarter.
Does he have more ingenuity than Batman?
Yes, I think so. Batman has Batman has Fox. Batman's getting all his stuff from Lucius. Batman
makes a ton of his own shit.
Sure, well, depending on the
dude, he literally pulls out bullshit from his belt all the time.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff is given to him by Lucius Fox. He comes to Lucius and says, "Hey, I want a Batmobile." And Lucius is like, "All right, we got one."
Sure, okay, Spider-Man's,
So Spider-Man is technically, I would say, smarter, but Batman is more strategic.
Think he's smarter.
And Batman has the street smarts, where Batman's just like Spider-Man's like gullible, obviously.
Batman has a level 10 intellect in the DC comics. He's on par with Brainiac.
Who? Batman?
Yes.
Well,
he's level 10 intellect.
Okay, well,
which means like Brainiac, the AI, who is like the smartest being in the universe, or whatever. Batman's like in the same level.
But
like what?
If you were going to just fight, Spider-Man's stronger than Batman.
Yeah.
But
Spider-Man's insanely strong.
That's what I mean.
Like crazy strong.
So like what do you like?
He would out strategic.
That's what I mean. Like at some point,
you don't think Batman has spider repellent in his belt, dude? Like, come on,
you don't think
easy.
He coats his armor with D sticker.
Well, that's it. It's the Batman bullshit fallacy. Like
right.
He's gonna know. He researched about Peter Parker, but potentially becoming dangerous or something. He's got a contingency plan, and it's just bullshit. But it's Batman.
That's what I mean. He will dismantle Spider-Man. But if it was
like, who's better? It's such a loaded question.
In a pit, Spider-Man's going to just
absolutely destroy him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Until he starts beating him, he says Martha, and he says, "Why do you say that name?" And then they become best friends. Is Batman better than Spider-Man? What do you think?
Why do you think Batman is better than Spider-Man? I think Batman is just cooler.
I think they're right there. Like when you think of best superheroes, Batman and Spider-Man are like right there.
Yeah.
And then maybe Superman.
I like Iron Man more than Superman. I like Superman is fine. I like what Superman stands for, but they darkened him up and
I like classic Superman where he's Boy Scout justice.
Boy Scout, yeah.
And like people are like it's vanilla, but I don't think they like really understand what makes Superman great. He's so strong, and this is like I'm completely getting off tangent. So this is why I love in the comics how his father dies. I know there's like a million versions, but like I guess classically his father dies of a heart attack.
Uh-huh.
But you remember in Man of Steel where it's like his dad dies by a tornado and he like tells him to not save him or something, which is so weird and stupid. It's like, I'm gonna save my dad, obviously, you fucking idiot.
Yep.
But I love in the comics where it's like his dad dies of a heart attack and it's like even Superman can't stop nature.
Yeah.
And he has to like come to grips with that. Like he's the strongest being. There's some things like
and then he jumps in outer space, flies around backwards, and reverses
not talking
the
about that
Earth.
one, but yeah. That's so weird.
Yeah, no, like
But,
I don't know.
I don't know. I like what he stands for. I like how he's like the strongest, and he has to deal with like the whole thing where it's like, you know, I want to fight for justice, but I don't want to hurt people with how strong I am.
I would love to see Spider-Man and Batman, because like I would think they have the same dichotomy or like the same like relationship as like a Spider-Man Iron Man thing, right? So I'd love to see those two together, and I think Superman would not approve of Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Superman would like Spider-Man more than Batman would.
Sure, but I think Superman would be like, "Why are you putting this high schooler in harm's way?"
Oh, that's
you know
a
what
good
I mean?
point.
Like if
Like,
you're
he's
talking
too
like,
young.
yeah,
Like-
exactly. I think Superman would be against it.
Well, Superman's always
like,
classically been like, put everything on my back,
Yeah.
like so you don't have to.
Right.
Like I will take care of everything.
Yeah.
Which is like
Meanwhile, Batman, more kids the better. He recruits them
exactly.
super young.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Man?
guy's got to learn.
Oh, you're an orphan and your uncle just died. Yeah, come on.
That's what I mean, right? Like Spider-Man would be the
Spider-Man
perfect
would be
Robin.
a great Robin.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, can you imagine?
Robin
What a great
Spider-Man,
arc.
dude. Holy
Yeah.
shit. I love that.
That'd be
I
super
love
cool.
that.
That'd be really cool.
And then, dude, I would write that where it's like, you know, obviously Robin's gonna be fucked up because Batman's the worst.
Yeah.
Mentor, and like Peter Parker would eventually be like, dude, I'm stronger than you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm better than you. And
Yep.
he leaves him. Oh, that'll be a great
Yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah, like it's
like
still,
a Red Hood kind of thing.
Batman's
Red Hood's a
always
little different,
destined to be alone, but like,
yeah.
What if Spider-Man went bad? Right? Like, what if
he
like,
drove him to be a villain?
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck you. Like
and that's like a new,
you stop treating me like a kid. Like that would be the moment. It's like,
it's just called the Spider. Like you have the Penguin,
Yeah.
the Joker, the Spider.
The Spider.
The Spider's just like
oh
man
my
bat.
God.
Yeah, it's just like
that would be
it's
crazy.
yeah.
Batman's the best though. He's the catalyst.
Batman.
He's so damaged.
Again, the reason. So I know we just talked in the whole.
Yeah, we're going away.
The
deep.
reason why Batman is better, just in quotes,
Yeah.
better than Spider-Man is, out of all the superheroes,
Yep.
the only superhero could ever hope to be would be Batman.
Yeah.
Maybe Iron Man if you want to go down that
The
line.
greatest
But,
thing about
like,
Batman
he's
is
human.
He's just
a dude.
a guy.
He's a dude with
And
incredible
he's fighting
discipline.
gods and
Yep.
fucking. It's unbelievable.
He's a little kid.
Yep.
Like it's a traumatic experience.
Yep.
And
He's like,
then
"Fuck
he's
you,
like,
I'm
I'm just
gonna-"
going to
Yep.
train and
Like he lost his humanity.
Yeah, like he became a singular focused thing. I'm not saying that's healthy.
No,
but,
Batman's fucking
Yeah,
insane.
but-
we talk
but-
about this all the time. He's the other side of the coin to the
Right.
Joker.
like here's the thing with Spider-Man, and this is in multiple movies now.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and I think Spider-Man 2, where it's just like, I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore. Or like
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And even in the second Tom Holland movie, where it's like, I just
seen
want
it
to
yet.
kiss MJ. No, the second movie.
Oh, sorry.
With
Have you seen the new one?
Mysterio. I haven't seen the new one
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, Mysterio.
But it's just like,
Mysterio's really
I
cool,
just,
by
I
the
just want
way.
to make out with my girlfriend, tell her how I feel. It's like, okay, but that's very like, you're very kid oriented.
Yeah, that's a
Never
very young-
once,
yeah.
Like, do you see Batman that's like, I don't want this responsibility or whatever. You know, like it's just like,
oh yeah.
at the
He's
very
like, this
very
is my
end,
destiny.
Yeah,
This, like, I
it's
must
just
do
like,
this.
right.
And he
it-
literally, it's completely the opposite. He's like, humanity makes me weak. I will never have a girlfriend because my enemies will use it against
Yeah.
me. Like he's like,
and I'm sure they
my weakness
changed
is
that a
my
little bit, man.
humanity, and he tries to kill every part of it. He's like fucking crazy.
yeah he's pretty messed
He's
up,
like, we
but-
can't date
yeah
because my enemies will exploit that weakness.
Yep.
I need to be as strong as possible. Like
Yeah.
he's damaged. I remember in Justice League, because it was like Wonder Woman is like in love with Batman, which I love. That's my favorite.
yeah.
Everyone likes the cat.
Yeah, Catwoman.
Yeah,
the cat.
I couldn't think of it. Catwoman.
It's not hard. They're not. They're not
I know.
overly clever with
Yeah,
their
everyone
names.
like. I can't believe a Catwoman. Obviously, so everyone's
Cat
like
lady.
loves Batman and Catwoman, which is like, yeah, they have a great dynamic. Like
Yeah.
she's like a criminal kind of. I usually like that, like the Romeo and Juliet thing. Although that's not quite that, but it's kind of
she's always
flirting
like
with
a
that.
criminal, but like
The Romeo and Juliet is classically like we come from opposite families or
Right.
whatever we're involved when is diametrically opposed.
That's not too far away. Like in the Gotham TV show, they
usually it's an organization or a
yeah.
family or something for Romeo and Juliet.
Well, like you look at Bruce Wayne, who is like this wealthy, rich. Like,
no, I'm saying that their lifestyles are
completely different. Yeah,
although not really, because when they're both not in superhero form, they're very similar, like high society. Like
Selena Kyle was like a street rat.
Didn't she get rich though?
When she stole things.
She stole everything. Yeah, but like
Well, it depends on like who you're looking at.
Okay, so Bruce Wayne's just a fucking rich kid.
Bruce Wayne is rich, and Selena Kyle is like clawed her way.
I guess they are kind of from different. Anyways, so my whole point was everyone loves Catwoman and Batman, but I always because I grew up on like Justice League and shit. I loved Wonder Woman and Batman.
Yeah,
because like that's even more like crazy.
Right.
Where it's like she's a fucking goddess.
Yeah.
And he's a dude.
Yeah.
But that to me that encapsulates Batman.
Yeah.
It's like so even goddesses are like, wow.
Yeah.
This is just a guy, but he's the best.
But I
liked it.
But
anyways, I was saying there's this episode where she's like, so because they're like on a stakeout and she's looking at all these people are like going out for a date. She's like, man, I wish I could be down there. And he's like, I'm down there, all I need to be, or something, some Batman thing. Yeah. She's like, well, what about if you found someone special? And he's like, I can't. My enemies will exploit it. And she like crushes the statue. She's like, I need a better answer than that. I was like, I love this dynamic because he can't get away with shit with her. Right. She's like, Amazon, bro.
Well, you see her in she's like all like old and wrinkly and washed up in like the Frank Miller Batman.
Oh,
like,
really?
He goes and, like visits her and stuff because like.
See, I didn't think that they aged. Because she's like,
it's Frank Miller and none of it's canon, so it doesn't matter. But
because the whole Trevor, did he have a last name? Probably, but like the whole World War II thing where she fights in World War II.
Yeah,
she does not age.
No, and like I said, like the Frank Miller stuff is very.
You like the Frank Miller stuff, though, right?
I like that storyline. A lot. Yeah.
Like the old Batman and stuff.
I just like the idea of him being like finally giving it up because he's just too old.
Yeah,
and then it's just like, oh, so I did, and now the world's just into chaos, and he just puts it right back. Yeah,
I feel like Batman is the chaos though. Like like Gotham is the shittiest place.
Well, I mean that's like when the Joker dies. That's when he beats up Superman. Like he sees just the evolution of everything. Yeah. And he's just like, no, I'm just gonna go in and set it.
Do you like evil Superman, like Injustice storyline?
Not. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I just think like with that Superman. I don't like how they have to make him because like if Superman went evil, you're done.
Absolutely,
like you're just done. Like I don't even care.
I actually like how it's written because he's like, okay, I will kill now.
Yeah,
but I still want to save the world.
Yeah,
but he kind of puts it under his boot, so he's not just gonna like. If Superman went crazy, he's like, I want to kill everything. Yeah, he just punched the planet and it explode.
You're just done. Yeah,
but he wants to fix it. Crazy way, so he's not going to just kill everything.
I'll be very interested to see like with the new Rocksteady game coming out, where it's like the Justice or the Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Like I think that's going to be kind of cool. Like is a different take on it. It's just like the Injustice games are good. I just feel like they have to do so many like we have these suits that will let us take a punch from Superman.
Yeah, no, you have to.
It's just
because
like,
it's a fighting game, right?
Exactly.
So the thing I love about those games is they get the characters so right.
Yeah.
And I love how they look. Mm-hmm. They have all the voice actors.
Yep.
That we know and love. So yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a long-winded.
Anyway,
I think what we took away from that is Spider-Man would be the best Robin. Spider-Man or Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Because I love Dick Grayson.
Yeah, Dick Grayson.
Nightwing's amazing, and then doesn't he becomes Batman for a little bit?
Oh yeah, multiple times.
And that's so that's awesome. But I also like Red Hood too. Like I love Red Hood. Like he's not a great Robin. But when
it's like hey, we want a Punisher.
Yeah, but like when he's like, oh, you just let me die.
Yeah,
and he comes back and he's like fucking hates Batman. I love that. And he's got like 2 pistols and he's got the Red Hood. Obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, he was like the first DLC character in Justice 2. And he was so cool. He's got like the helmet though, which I love. I love his design in that game. Yep. Like it's not just a hood, but he's got like the helmet.
Well, that's a callback to the joke. So it's like that whole like the nice thing with Batman is like where their names might not be very unique, they do have a lot of these kind of like psychological backstory things. Where like with like Marvel, it always is just like here's evil, here's good, here's
exactly
bash them together. Where Batman, there's always these nuances with like Mr. Freeze, with Two-Face, with all.
Love that.
It's always these like tragic.
All from the Batman the animated series.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But, like that's the thing, is like it's always these like little things, and that's what puts the Joker so outside of that is because everyone else has like their.
You're not supposed to feel bad for the Joker.
Yeah,
but that's what they're trying to do though. With the new Joker movie, where he's like kind of like he's actually just like psychologically like. More, like he's always psychologically, but this one's like mental illness,
right?
Like they kind of go that route, and everyone's like making fun of him, and he's getting like bullied. Yeah, so you're like, okay, feel bad for him. But I don't think that you're not supposed to feel bad for the Joker. You're supposed to be like, what?
Yeah, like if you can explain the Joker, then you immediately kill the Joker.
Exactly. Like
that's the only issue with it. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but like that's
it was
point of it.
I liked it.
Yeah,
but they like made the Waynes like dicks. Like classically,
that's like a common thing now. Not to get off on a Batman.
Well, if you're rich, you're supposed to be like bad person.
Yeah, but like
classically, Bruce's dad was like really good person. Like he like helped Gotham.
Yeah, but they've been exploring it where he's part of a crime family.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
or he effed over a crime family.
Right.
That's what's going on. Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
Comics are weird.
I always like
they change them up every.
I always like the dynamic, like the sins of our father kind of thing. That's always like good. Yep. But I like it more where it's like, okay, my father's a good person, but he obviously has demons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the whole Arrow thing, right? Like he goes and then does that list, and
and that's always like a good thing.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, like a Kratos. Like this is my god.
I would love to
where he
like
really explores.
Dude, can you imagine that maybe if it's like like you see something like God that he's going after, and he's just like, hey, Dad. It's just like what?
Yeah, like him is cool. Like. Grown up. I don't think media does this enough where they age up their characters.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I sent Abby, Nate's wife, a meme the other day where it's like moments we're looking forward to in anime. And it's like all these moments like we're looking forward to or we're not ready for, I think it was called.
Right.
And the last one was Ash turns 11, like from Pokemon. And so, but dude, how cool would it be if they like actually aged him up? Because like that makes so much sense to me where it's like your audience is getting older.
Yep.
I want to see an adult Ash. I want to see like a little bit of a grown up Pokemon.
How did the Winnie the Pooh do? I know we're jumping all over the place.
The newest one?
Yeah, where
I didn't see it. I should have. I love Winnie
McGregor
the Pooh.
Was a grown up Christopher Robin.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought it did okay. I mean, I didn't see it. I should have seen it though. It. I was just like,
but it's like that.
I'm
right?
such a
like
purist where like I want the hand drawn like old style, like it's a like from
so
the
still
book.
Age them, but put them within the same. Yeah,
you can't do that anymore though. Like a Tom and Jerry, like that art is so awesome.
Tom and Jerry, but they have walkers.
The backgrounds are all like fucking hand drawn though. Like it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Every scene.
But can you imagine aging them up?
Like, oh no, I want to age
like,
up. No, yeah,
Tom is just laying down and Jerry
he's
like kind of like hobbles by and like swipes at him.
Like
that's about it.
Yeah. Like for like 2 seconds and then like take a nap. It's like in Toy Story 3 where Buster's like old. He comes out, he's like and he just falls down. That's so funny. Yeah, but I like the idea of like aging up.
Yeah.
Like characters.
Yeah.
I would love to see an adult Ash where he's like, and maybe like it's about another kid or maybe Ash's kid or something.
Or maybe he's just part of the Elite Four now. Or
yeah, exactly. And he's
leader.
like the final boss or he's like a gym leader or something.
Yeah.
Or he finally caught them all.
Yeah.
You know, like something crazy. Or he's the new Professor Oak, like whatever.
That'd be cool.
Where he's like a background. But like, I don't know. There's something about that.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like Oak, like it's all these types of trees. Ash is a type of tree.
True.
Right? So like he could easily be a professor.
Take the mantle.
That'd be awesome.
I just think God of War did it perfectly.
Yeah.
Older Kratos has a kid, and like the dynamic you get from that is like so much character growth, development. Now you have to tell a good story with that. Like, is there a story to be told? So like something like Ash being grown up, maybe there's not, because the whole thing is like he's this kid. He's on an adventure. He's trying to catch all the Pokemon. He's trying to get all the gym badges.
Yeah.
Like, did an adult Ash do that? Is there like a story to tell with that?
It's too easy to go into this very like with age comes cynicism,
right?
And I hate that because you look at it from like a Luke Skywalker,
yeah,
and you look at it from Robin or Christopher Robin, And you look at it from all
you don't have the purity.
It's just
anymore.
like you're tired, you're annoyed,
Kratos
you don't want to do it anymore. Well, sure, yeah, but
Kratos did never have the innocent.
But he lost. But if you put it in Kratos terms, it's like he lost the rage, and now he's just kind of like this, like mellowed out, like just empty.
I'm done with it.
Yeah,
but I like that because that's maturity.
Right,
that's maturity.
But maturity doesn't like the problem that you run into is it might be realistic.
Yeah.
Because maturity is wisdom, which means hey, you don't have to have an opinion about everything. You don't have to be all fired up about everything.
Right.
You don't have to you can just let the world go.
Right.
But
right.
That's not the character you fell in love with. So it's such a fine line.
Yeah, it's interesting
to go through that.
It's really So like
Kratos did it really well. Luke Skywalker, terrible. So it's like
not the books though.
Right, but
like Luke in the books is awesome.
Sure, but in the books you saw you still saw the transition. Where if you jump from it's this gap.
But God of War jumps and I love it.
God of War is a perfect example of it does it well.
That's what I'm saying. Like you need to execute it well, but like I don't know. Like there's this. You've heard of Attack on Titan, right? Mm-hmm. So in that show you have Aaron's the main character, and you have the classic like anime protagonist. Like he's excited, he's passionate, like he wants to save the world, and then you get to the final season and he's quiet. And he learned the truth about the world, and he's bitter, and he's like serious, doesn't say much, never gets like cold, calculated. Like, I'm on a mission. Mm-hmm. Like he always used to be like yelling and like I'm gonna save everyone, tears in his eyes, like let's do it. And like fucking reality hit this guy, and he's like totally different. Like his friends don't recognize him anymore. It's like scruffy now. Like,
and that's how it ends.
Well, we're in the final season, so it's coming out in January.
Cool.
And he like just beat the shit out of his best friend.
Yeah.
Like he's like, if you don't see my vision, like you're not worth anything. And he fucking like beat the fuck out of him in front of everyone else, and everyone's like sitting there like, Jesus Christ, like he's lost his mind.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that's an example of doing it right.
Though. Yeah, but if you see, it's all about seeing the transition.
No,
right?
not really, because
they
do. So in that show, it's like he discovers the truth. So essentially, like spoilers, I guess. I'm not going to go too into it, just in case you watch. I think it's a masterpiece. So I think you should watch it someday. It's very dark, so I don't know if you'll like it, but it's very good.
Okay.
So he discovers the truth about the world. Like what he thought the world was is not even close.
Yeah.
So once he discovers it, you like have this moment at the end of season 3 where he's like, fuck, like everything I knew was a lie. Like what am I even doing? And then you skip to season 4, there's a little bit of a jump ahead. And then you see him, and the next scene you see him in is like, I've been undercover in our enemy nation, and then he like kills like everyone. Like he just goes on a rampage. It's like fucked. It's fucked up.
Okay.
But it's like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a great transformation. I like those transformations. So yes, you get the cynicism, you get like the cold callousness of it sometimes. But that can't be a bad thing. Like if you play into that,
right?
Like I've seen the world now. Like I like that play on it, because you always have the anime protagonist like, I'm a good guy and I'm excited and I'm gonna save the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you don't know what the world is, and when you learn, you're gonna get fucked up by it, because you're not like, it's too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a way to do it.
Yeah.
It comes down to execution, right?
Well, that's the thing is like how often do you think that that seems like a good But how often does that happen versus?
Yeah, that's definitely not the norm, right?
Yeah.
Like you get someone like a Naruto who's like, I'm gonna be the leader in my village, and and don't get me wrong, like I like that. Like it's inspirational.
Right.
Like you have this kid who everyone bullied and he doesn't have any parents, classic, and nobody believes him, and they think he's a fucking idiot, and he saves the world.
Yeah.
It's classic, but that's a good story to tell. You have to do it right too. But I can see both sides.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just feel like when your audience grows with you too, it's like an interesting thing.
Well, that's the thing. Do you think it's more profitable to grow with your audience, or is it more profitable to try to bring in the younger audience every time?
It must be. I mean, we talk about the theoretical whiteboard, right? It must be more like, let's take Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ash has always been a kid, so they're trying to appeal to the new generation. Which I would argue they do fucking like, isn't Pokemon the most successful franchise of all time?
Fantastic job of that, yeah.
But I guess for that, like you can come back to it as an adult too. But I would like it where it's like Ash grows up, has a kid and maybe his kid's trying to do the same thing. But you run into a problem with that. Like sometimes maybe you just fucking hate the kid. Like, oh, they're just trying to be Ash 2.0. You know what I mean? You'll always compare it to the original. I could see both sides. I don't know. I think it's an interesting
it's like
discussion.
Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's an interesting discussion.
Fuller House. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. You would think like it'd be more profitable. You grow up, you're an adult, you have more money to spend, and you want to show your kids this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that I guess because like if you're constantly trying to bring in the younger generation, but then again, I'm sure there's a line that just says like, no, kids will always get what they want from their parents, or they'll pressure their parents to get them anyway, and like the parents will be like, oh, I used to have Pokemon when I was like, and who knows?
So let's take. I know I'm like only bringing up like 5 examples,
sure,
but I think they're very good examples. So let's look at God of War again. When we were young on PS2 playing God of War, we're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna kill everyone, I'm gonna bang a bitch. Like that was God of War, right?
Yeah.
Just testosterone city.
Right.
But now we get this like mature, I'm going to tell you a story like we've learned and we're all grown up now.
Yeah.
And I think that works really well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's always been like gory and stuff. So it's always been like, I guess mature. It's always been M.
It'd be interesting to see like, cause it's tough to put them together, but I would love to see like my nephew try it. Well, when he gets older.
Yeah, he gets a little older.
But like I would love him to play like one God of War and then play the top down version. It's like, gameplay wise, like how does that factor in? Like what do you enjoy? That kind of thing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think about that stuff a lot. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Do we have more questions? Why not?
I mean, those are the 3. I have one from Twitter, and then
let's hear the one from Twitter.
Okay, so Calvin, again, congratulations on getting engaged.
Congratulations. Thank you for the question.
He brought up a very good question.
All right,
what's a game that's overrated to you?
Oh,
we've talked about this multiple times on kind of things that I'm maybe not registering with.
So I actually always used to say this, and I might take it back. But speaking of Pokemon, I always thought Pokemons were extremely overrated. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, I think the gameplay's terrible. It's so like basic to me and like bang your head against the wall. But it's actually interesting. When we did our episode on the Gen 1 Pokemon, I was like, man, I really want to play Pokemon again. Like, I miss. So I think I'm maybe selling it short a lot, where it's like, that's not the point, John. It's not supposed to be a strategy game. It's supposed to be like a collect-a-thon, fun, like, kid game.
Like, there was a lot of strategy with it. It was just, a lot of it was hidden. So, like, a lot of, like, the different, like, levels and stuff. Because, like, even in their Gen 1, like, if you leveled like a Pidgey from like level 2 all the way up to 100, that would be stronger than if you caught one at like 26 and leveled up to 100. Like so, they're like little like,
and like every hit is like there's a percentage, like there's a little bit of a wiggle room on how much damage it'll actually do, right? So there's a little RNG aspect in there.
So like they had like,
but on the base level, it's like types. That's like the most important. You just want to counter the type and things like that. But yeah, I know there's more.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. Like it depends on like the simplicity factor, right?
I wish there was more like decisions you had to make. Like maybe there was like some trees that you had to pick from. So like maybe you had to pick one of 2 abilities for them to learn, and then they could like go to like a specialty. That would be cool.
Oh, that'd be really cool. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't done something
like
that.
Your Pidgey is focused on flight, or maybe your Pidgey's focused on. I
will say Pokemon has gotten very, and hopefully this new one coming out in January is going to like flip it on its head like Zelda did, but it has gotten very kind of cut and dry by the numbers.
Cookie cutter.
Like, and it's just like I think people, our age are ready to
get that next step.
Give us the next thing. So for sure.
So I got to think about the most overrated game.
I mean, I have a couple. I can.
Okay,
so,
go for it first.
For me,
I'm
talking about Red Dead. I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto. I think
you're totally wrong, but
Last of Us, I think, is extremely overrated.
Like both or first?
I think the first one, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just think when people are just like, this is the best game in the world, like same with Uncharted. I think the Uncharted, the cinematics and the story and everything are awesome. I think the gameplay is terrible. Like I don't have fun with it at all.
Wow.
So I think stuff like that.
I think the second one was definitely overrated, like 100%. Last of Us.
Yeah,
like it was. It never should have been game of the year.
I enjoyed the second one. I'm not saying I loved it, but I did enjoy the first or the second one more than the first one.
Yeah, I just don't think it was game of the year at all.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, Red Dead. Like I said, I think I'll love Red Dead, but Grand Theft Auto is just so good.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it's very like this personal, like.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, yeah, I think those are some good examples.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII. It's just.
You think it's really overrated?
I think so.
Yeah. This time and place thing for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like, it's not. And granted, I'm playing the remake. I'm very much enjoying the remake. Like the I don't know, like 4 hours, 5 hours I put in the remake already. Like,
aren't the voice actors
so
amazing?
much better? Like, I am way more involved in.
But that's how I played it first.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, of course, I'm going to fall in love with that.
I think, if anything, the issue that I'm going to run into is we're playing through remake.
Yeah.
You get out of Midgar.
Yeah.
And then how many years do we have to wait for the second part of it? Knowing that, like, and it's going to look different as the generations go up. It's probably going to use Unreal 5. It's probably going to, like, it's just, there's
I don't think it will.
You don't think?
No.
At least they
have all the assets, unless there's like you can transfer assets.
I'm sure
easily.
there's
okay. Well then, yeah, but I think the character designs will stay like it'll be the same.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I'm just saying like it's not going to feel consistent, or it's going to feel consistent, but it's going to be so far that it's going to look old and feel old, and there are going to be better looking games out there. So like how
look at
nice
Halo.
It is.
It's the same thing. Halo 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
We literally just played Halo Combat Evolved.
Sure.
And then we played Halo 2. We're like, oh.
Those are game. Like, I get it. And maybe once I finish Remake, there's enough there that I'm like, okay, I feel like this is a complete game. I'm good. It's I know the story of that first one where it's like, I want all of that. I want to see this scene, and I don't want to wait 7 years for it to finally be out on PC, you know?
But, like, you have to take your time with that. They took their time with the first one.
Yeah. I guess my thing is, like, I playing through 7 finally, the original one.
Yeah.
It was cool. There were definitely like twists that I wasn't expecting or something like that. But at the end of it, it's like, oh, isn't this great? It's just like, yeah, like I
think it's a fantastic story.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's not like in some form or another hasn't been done yet. Like I could see if you're playing it as a kid, your mind would be absolutely
wrecked. It was the first.
100%. I completely
came out in '97.
But then
the problem is it's time and place. You're sitting there, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that.
Right.
Guess where they were inspired.
Right. Absolutely. Completely agree.
So, I mean, I love Cloud, too. I know you don't like Cloud. I think he's so awesome. I love Cloud.
He's great in this one, but he is very much a Ryudo in this one, just without the smart aleck stuff.
Yeah.
He's
so cool to me. Like, I love, but he's like a dork.
Yeah.
He's like, they do, like, I think they get the tone so
I
correct.
very much like Remake. I'm just saying the original game.
Like, you can see, I don't know how far you are, but like, you can see like the little... Mm-hmm. Someone will say something to him. He doesn't know what to say. Like, they just nail the characters in it.
Yeah, I think it's great so far.
Tifa is the best.
Yeah.
Yep. Easy. Yeah. So, I guess, dude, it's so hard for me because I'm like overrated games. Yeah. You know what I'd say? Probably like Zelda.
Yeah.
I've never been big on them. That's gonna get me in trouble. But
no, I mean honestly,
I respect the hell out of them.
If we had to come up with Couch Company's most overrated game, I would go to bat with you on.
Yeah, like it's just never Zelda. Like done it for me. I guess.
Sure.
So
again, I appreciate the heck out of Breath of the Wild. It does.
Like I think Mario is very
things.
good, so I don't think like
Mario's great.
Yeah, but Zelda has always been like.
Yep.
I see why you like it, but it's not for me. I don't know. Like I just find like there's other RPGs I just like better.
Sure.
So I don't know.
By that stretch, I would say like Fallout. I think it's overrated.
I
also think Dark Souls is overrated, but I don't want to.
Oh yeah, I'm actually right there. I don't like. I respect the hell out of Dark Souls.
Yeah,
I think it's a great game. Mm-hmm. But I'm totally with you.
Here's the thing. I
think it's so much where it's like, oh, this is like Dark Souls. Like everything's Dark Souls.
Right.
But it's like, what is it? Just fucking hard? Like I don't know. The combat's good, I guess. Like it feels good. Like people really like it.
I think Forza is overrated, but that's because I'm not into cars.
That's true.
Everything it does is great, and it's still fun.
I think Forza is just really great.
Yeah.
The effort they put into that, the detail. Like I think Forza might have been game of the year this year. If we're being very honest with ourselves.
Not for me personally, but yeah, I could see how that would.
Don't you think it should have been in the conversation? Sure. It wasn't even mentioned. Like, I mean, we watched the Game Awards.
I think the moment
if we go on Open Critic, it's the highest game this year.
Yes.
Besides Final Fantasy's,
but it's
fucking
like the
DLC.
10th game in the series.
So what?
I completely agree with you, but
they keep getting better.
It marginally
doesn't matter.
Like, hey, remember Horizon 4? Here's a new location. Here you go.
Looks better, feels better.
Looks slightly better. I would say
it doesn't matter if you have something really good and you keep improving on it. That's great.
I completely agree with you. But what I'm saying is, when people are looking at games and you're looking at Game of the Year stuff, people are looking for novel. They're not looking for like
Hades Lost.
Hades
Lost. It's ridiculous.
It's not pure science. I'm just saying, like,
pure science.
But Hades and still Last of Us 2 is still going to be a different game than the 10th iteration. Like there's a reason why Call of Duty's never in the question, right?
Yeah.
Well, granted, it's also not very good this year. But
they're not the same, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, it's just God of War was different, and it was in the conversation.
God of War was going up against like Red Dead 2, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was those two, right? That was 2018. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just.
But Red Dead was going up against thing. I don't know if they were.
But not even mentioned. Like Forza was not even mentioned.
Yeah. No, I
and then I guess it did win best like sports/driving.
and it won best accessibility.
Yeah, I guess they put a lot of
which I still don't agree with, because Kyle's like, oh yeah, but no other game pops up a person sign language like signing to you. I'm like,
yeah,
you're right, but we have captions for and granted, I'm not deaf, so I could be wrong. Maybe sign language is much better,
right?
But like, I don't understand how popping up a person signing to
that
you,
is a lot of resources put into that. Every dialogue in the game.
Yeah, but they were going.
I guess Forza's not a ton of dialogue,
but they were going up against a game. That was literally 4 blind people, and it was all audio based, directional audio, and you had to do with it. Like, how do you lose that?
I don't know.
Like, it just
you told me that, and I was like, oh, that's the easiest lock. ever.
Like that's I don't know.
It's because they wanted to give Forza they want to throw it a bone. They're like, oh, it's a good game, but it's not gonna be game of the year.
Yeah.
So here's a bone.
I don't know.
I ever forget what they said. What did they say? Deathloop? Not Deathloop.
Deathloop?
What was the fucking game that won?
Oh, It Takes Two.
It's Takes Two won, but
yeah,
I forget the game where it's like the one game that came out this year. Where you die and you get like which one was that?
Deathloop.
Oh yeah, it is Deathloop.
Yeah.
That won a bunch of things, right?
Yeah,
best narrative.
Yeah,
shit.
I don't think it should win best narrative.
We should play It Takes Two though. Like I think that's
it's on Game Pass, so we'll do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have a question?
I do. So this comes from Leah.
All right.
Thank you, Leah. If you could ask your pet 3 questions, they could respond. What would they be?
I'll
start.
Yeah.
So anyone who knows my dog, she's like decrepit. She like limps and like huge cataracts and everything. So my first question is, what can I do to help you? What do you need?
Yeah.
Because I always feel so bad. I feel like she's like in pain a lot of the time. She's just old.
Yeah.
And so that would be my first one. Like, what do you need? What can I do to make things better for you? And hopefully she'd tell me. Or maybe she'd tell me I'm doing a great job and I'd feel a little better, I guess.
Sure.
Maybe I would ask, like, are you in pain? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you all right, man?
What's the meaning of the universe?
Is that what it is?
No.
Maybe cats. If any animal would know, it'd be cats. They know something.
Yeah, maybe.
They fucking know something, man. Nobody acts like that if they don't know anything. You know what I mean? They know too much.
Sure.
See, dogs are very simple. They're just happy. They want to be with you. They want attention. Cats are like, oh, I know.
Yep.
Fuck you.
So, like, my initial question. Sorry, do you have that?
No.
Or just, my initial,
we'll go back and forth.
I have 3 cats. So Superman. My initial question to him would be like, why do you eat plastic? Like,
yeah,
like,
that's a good one.
And it's like you eat plastic and then you get sick, and then you do it over and over and over. Like, he's been doing this his entire life.
Yeah.
It's just like, why? Like, is it the feeling that you get when you're eating it? And like I don't understand. It's just like, help me understand. Granted, why do I eat pizza every week?
No, Superman would be like, why do you eat seafood or shellfish?
Yeah, but that's food. There's a difference between like eating. If he was like going after food, sure. But if you're talking like, hey,
that's food.
We have a trash bag that we're going to take out for trash, and he
Some
literally
people
runs over and starts gnawing on the plastic handles. Or he eats tape off of Amazon boxes, so we can't have Amazon boxes around here.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's so messed up.
Yep.
I don't know.
Like there's a reason like behind
That'd
you
be an
we have like a cover, like a blanket over all the gifts and stuff.
Right.
Because he would be gnawing on all the plastic.
Yeah. That's a great question for Superman. I don't know why he does that. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, you have another one?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Superman's my one cat. We have Merlin, who's very like kind of like jumpy and skittish and stuff. And it's just like what are you afraid of? Like what's going on? Like why? Because he is very, very high alert constantly. Like if you pet him with one hand, you're good. But the moment he sees a second hand, he's gone.
Wow.
Like he bolts.
Interesting.
And it's super weird. One thing I would want to ask him is like he'll like stare at like the ceiling. And cats do this all the time. Like they'll just start staring at the ceiling and stuff. It's like, did you see a ghost? What did you do? Like that's kind of what I would like to learn.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, it could be which would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But like be something like that. And then I guess Morgana is just like, she's precious, she's very cute and everything, but she always is just trying to get into it's like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
We have baby locks on all our cabinets because she can open anything. She can open up any cabinet, any drawer. Like I have freaking like tape on all my nightstand drawers so she can't get in there.
Wow.
It's just crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. No, those are good questions. Hey, like I said, I think I was joking with you earlier. It's like it boils down to why do you hate me? Why do you put me through this?
Yeah, it's like, well, like what? And
are you trying to mess with me?
You're very nice. We're like, what can I do for you? Meanwhile, I'm like, why are you doing this? It annoys me.
Well, that's because my dog's the best, man. She doesn't bother anyone. She is so sweet. She's like she never wants to be a burden.
Yeah,
and she just chills.
Right.
Like, she's not high energy. She's just like a couple pets. She's good. She'll go sleep. It's awesome. It's great. She just wants food all the time.
Yeah.
I guess that's something else I would ask her is, so she came from my aunt's friend's house or neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
She unfortunately passed away, and then we took her in because nobody wanted her. And she was very like flinchy and everything.
Yeah.
So I just want to be like, what
build
happened
up the
to you, dude?
Yeah, it's rough.
Like what's going on? Why?
Yeah.
What? Tell me about your experience. And then my last question to my dog probably would be something along the lines of, what do you guys think about? Is it very straightforward? Is it like, I just want food, I just want love?
Yeah.
And that's it? Do you have ambitions?
Yeah.
Do you think about things?
I always wonder that with like cats is like, do you want to go outside? Like, you're an indoor cat. Like all three of them are indoor cats. Like,
are you curious?
Do you want to be out there?
Yeah.
Or like you just
probably not, right?
See and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, my dog wants to be outside.
Yeah, but
not all the time.
dog's been outside.
Yeah,
so like it's
right,
like once you're
sure.
outside and everything, like you're good.
Yeah.
But, like there'll be times when we open up like the door and it's just like they'll kind of like check it out.
Yeah.
But then they'll like run away and
Yeah. I've always been fascinated about that. Like, I'm sure the answer is probably no. Like I think, especially with dogs, they're very like, I don't want much.
Yep.
I just want you to love me and feed me.
If we had
nice warm bed.
Whenever we get a house or something, if we have like a covered like porch or like some sort of like where they can be outside, fresh air, that kind of thing, without like dealing with anything of the outside. Like that thing would be good.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good compromise.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I wish I could talk to animals. Although the problem with that is, like, I would become a vegetarian instantly.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not a problem.
As soon as you can start to like empathize.
Yeah, there's enough unbelievable, impossible things out there.
It'd be so expensive though.
Yeah,
the first time you talk to a cow, it's like, hey,
it doesn't matter because you can talk to animals.
Do
you know how much money you would make?
Can you maybe tell your buddies to stop killing my friends? I'd be like,
jeez.
Okay. It'd be instant vegetarian instantly. And then imagine you could talk to trees and stuff. It'd be instant vegan. Ugh, it'd suck.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, can you like stop killing, like picking everything from me? Like it hurts.
Hey,
actually, I don't think trees would mind. Like, do vegans eat like apples and shit, or is it like nothing from the earth?
No idea, dude.
Because that's insane.
I think it's.
I feel like an apple tree would be like, enjoy this.
I think vegans are good. I think it's just no animal byproducts either.
Yeah,
so like no eggs or
no
cheese or milk or anything.
No fish.
Yeah.
What would a fish say?
I don't know. What would a fox say?
I think foxes would be pretty smart.
You don't know about that song?
Of course
okay.
I
I
do.
just
I was walking right by
yeah.
it.
But you didn't even glance at it. You just watched right by it. Okay. Oh.
I just brought up so many bad memories.
Yeah.
That was a weird time. That was such a popular video. And then they came out with another one. It was like, you guys actually suck.
Yeah.
One-hit wonders, man.
Yep.
Such a
Top
strange
5
thing.
one-hit wonders.
I like that.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the last episode of season 1,
Last episode.
man.
We're just kind of chilling, cruising.
That's the essence of us.
Yeah.
So I think it's fitting to end the season on what we do best, which is random talk.
Just random.
Spider-Man, Robin. We have some great ideas. And that's actually awesome. I love that.
Pretty up there.
Yeah, I love that. Someone needs to make that happen.
Yeah. So we're going to see each other again next year.
Next year, we're going to see each other again for season 2. We'll have to start it off with a bang. I don't know if the first episode we'll do a guest. Probably just us, I would say.
Yeah, we'll
and then
figure it out. A little time.
But I think that's it.
Yeah.
Let's call it there. I think it's a nice little stopping point for us for our season 1.
To wrap up 2021, the last thing we talk about.
Couch
what
companies
does the fox
first.
say?
Yeah, that's interesting. We should do where did we start and where did we end?
Yeah.
I think the first thing we ever talked about was something gaming related.
I'm sure.
It was like
Mass
the Steam
Effect.
Deck coming out or something.
Mass Effect. Yeah.
Oh, what? Was that? No, that was our first bonus episode.
Oh, that's
First
right,
one we did was with Nate.
That's
and,
right. That's right. You're right.
It was like gaming related, like gaming news. I think it was the Steam Deck. Like it was
Which got
announced.
delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise. Obviously.
2022 will be better.
Will it?
Yeah, pandemic's going to be done and we'll see.
Tyler's on record, guys. Don't worry. Everything's going to go back
Someone
to normal.
can clip it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. As always,
Yeah.
we appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with us through season 1. We are very excited to get back into it next season. We got some new things planned, and hopefully it goes well. We learn our lessons.
We'll see what the first Game Pass game is. Just I'm not saying we're going to do this.
Yeah.
But really, before we wrap it up, because I know you're wrapping it, and then I just threw a wrench in it.
I love it. I love wrenches.
I'm sorry. So if we're going to see all of... Oh, they changed up the app. Hold on.
You in the Xbox app or?
I'm in the Game Pass app.
The Game Pass app. I see.
So
you're putting on record of what our first game's going to be?
Well, the first one to take a look at, which
Okay.
I'm actually happy with, A Plague Tale: Innocence.
They announced the second one of that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I
That'd
actually
be a
wanted
good
to play
one.
this.
Yeah.
This would be a kind of a cool one,
Yeah.
just like kind of start. So
Yeah.
maybe we take a look at that.
We can take a stab at that.
Yeah.
Or I can do Crop Simulator or whatever.
Yeah, we'll see it.
Astro Crop. What was it called?
Atomic Crops.
Atomic Crops.
Yeah. Atomic Crops isn't bad. You should keep that in your back
You
pocket.
want me to love that game.
I don't
Then we
know.
can just
I
talk
don't-
about it.
I don't know. Like,
Talk about our strategies.
if anything, I think it would be amazing if that was a multiplayer game where one person
Yeah.
is going out and foraging. Because like you have to go out into like the wildlands and like kill insects and bugs and stuff and get
sure.
like
resources.
crops.
Yeah, that does sound cool.
that would be sick if you had one person that was strictly combat and the other
Yeah.
person just stays and
Yeah, that
manages
sounds
the
great.
farm.
Well, but from what you're telling me, they change it so dynamically. Then
It could be.
adding another person always seems like so much work, though. I'm sure, like
Yeah,
behind
maybe
the
it's like a
scenes,
sequel or
it's
something
like
to do later. Yeah.
so much stuff they have to.
If I was going to make a game though, that would be take that basis and then make
everyone,
it
yeah, we talked about this
Yep.
throughout season 1.
Yes.
And games are great when everyone has their job and you're a specialist.
I think it'll be fun to start going through and talking about these games because they are going to be very different from some of them from what we normally play and stuff.
Right.
But to kind of force something new.
Yeah, no, I think
We'll
it's
see.
a great idea, and Game Pass is fun.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like something many people are maybe really even doing or know about.
Right.
Like I said, shedding light on some things maybe people would brush past.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there it is. That's all
it.
we got.
Yep. Sorry.
So thanks for listening
Yeah.
to our season 1 Couch Company. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the new year. I'm John. This is Tyler.
I'm Tyler. Hi.
And thanks for joining us on the couch. Peace.